Hello, traveler, and welcome to Safyre, a meditative fantasy podcast that will guide you through a world of self-discovery. Merging storytelling with energy healing, this podcast explores a different approach to meditation. My name is Ashton, and I am your guide on this journey. Please use your headphones for an immersive audio experience. Last episode, we explored the Forgotten Valley, where you got to free old memories and challenge a narrative that was holding you back. Today, we're going to visit the Offering Tree, a special place where you can connect with travelers past, present, and future. This podcast is created, produced, and narrated by Mar Tizak, and the music is mixed by Adam Ive. If you'd like to support the production of this podcast, visit Safyre.ca. There you can subscribe to your guidebook, side quests, bonus meditations, and more to make the most of your journey. Now take a deep breath, close your eyes, open your third, and let's begin. I'm really glad you got to revisit some memories. I'm sure it wasn't easy, but I hope you gave yourself some time to reflect on them before joining me. Has anything come up for you since then? I wouldn't be surprised if you're still unpacking things connected to that. Remember, you can go back there anytime you'd like. Don't you love listening to the ocean? The waves are steady tonight, so they'll be easy to navigate later on when we go to Alicon Island. That's where the Aspen Falls are. But before we get there, there's something else I want to show you. Do you see that little forest up ahead, at the edge of the shore? Some believe it's the last part of the Mora Forest region, sectioned off on the other side of this valley. Others would disagree that it's separate because of the energy it holds. What do you think? Either way, just like everything else in this world, it's easy to see things differently. This little forest has a special meaning to it because it connects with the ocean. The energy of the ocean and the trees create a liveliness that many travelers come here to experience. But the main attraction here is the Offering Tree. It used to be one of the busiest places where gatherings of the souls would happen. Any celebration or reason to gather would draw spirits here like moths to a flame. You might be able to hear or feel the energy of it. Just like with your memories, Safyre has memories that still play out in different places with lots of activity. Before everything with the Nevedin happened, I would come here often to join my spirit family. There was always a reason to celebrate. It would usually be to welcome someone back from a previous life, in another world, or a send-off into their next one. I'm not one to enjoy crowds, but with the trees here and the space how it is, it's very easy to join in. When the Nevedin became stronger, though, this was one of the first places it destroyed. It ripped trees from the ground and made violence with the ocean waves. Any group of people who visited would leave heartbroken and angry with each other. It would take time before they realized they didn't know specifically what they were angry about. I've seen it too much. The forest was completely torn apart, no longer a forest, just a patch of yellowish-brown land. But this tree survived. Hello, old friend. This is the Offering Tree. It's as old as time, the biggest one in all of Safyre. After the majority of souls left Safyre, I was alone, so I had a lot of time to think. I was confused and frustrated, obsessing over why they made that choice to leave. It was just so obvious that we needed to work together to heal the Nevedin. But, when things got hard, they couldn't see what I was seeing. And that's okay. They were just uncomfortable with their degree of anxiety and fear. And sometimes, I still need to remind myself of that. I avoided coming here for the longest time, but eventually, I came back and found this tree standing in the middle of a huge fire pit. From afar, it looked untouched by the destruction. But when I got closer, I saw scars wrapped around its trunk and crumpled branches decomposing in the ground around it. Its spirit was very weathered. I couldn't just leave it like that, so I took care of it. I cleaned up the burnt pieces, sorted through what I could use for shelter or traveling across the water, and cleaned off ashes from the tree. Soon its markings faded, although you can still feel them if you bring your hand to its trunk. Go ahead, try it. With more time, I could feel my own feelings of grief and pain fade too. It was like we were helping each other pick up the pieces that were left behind. Eventually, I left the tree for short periods to find more answers. The Nevedin needed healing, and if I was going to do it alone, I had to start moving again. I didn't know how to work with the Nevedin, knowing it was still connected to so many people who'd already left it behind. When I came back from a day of walking in circles, I found the tree had grown inches in diameter. The ground turned yellow. Little tiny blades of grass started to grow from the ground, slowly regaining life. Sitting down again to connect with the tree, I found a wooden necklace that wasn't there before. It had a symbol drawn on it, a triangle with a line under its base. I didn't know what to make of the symbol, but I knew I wasn't alone from that point on. I stayed a few days longer to see if whoever left this necklace behind would show up, but they never did. In that time, I tried connecting with this tree like we did with the stickways, and slowly I found new leaves budding. The more love I gave to this space, the more I noticed it was responding to me. I knew I would have to continue on my own journey, but I didn't want to go without leaving something behind in case that person returned. The only thing I could offer was a conch shell I found while strolling on the beach nearby. I sat and meditated with it for a while, trying to figure out what I could do with it. And that's when I could hear something coming from it. Different voices and sounds. Almost like this shell recorded imprints of the gatherings and events that happened here. So I tried to record a message for the next person who would come by this tree. I spoke into the shell. I wanted whoever was there to know that I was here too, that they weren't alone either, and that maybe one day our paths really would cross. Eventually we did meet, and wearing this necklace has kept that feeling alive. With every visit I made to this tree came a new gift. Eventually, more than one was available. Each gift was connected to different travelers, all unique in their own way. It was beautiful how this tree became a meeting point, even after everything that happened. That's how I learned I wasn't alone on this journey. It gave me a new purpose to find the others who were still here. Just because we had our own journeys didn't mean that we couldn't work together in some way. This forest is now completely restored because of this act of giving and receiving, and of working alone together. Do you see why I needed to bring you here now? It's important we keep this cycle going, to protect our connections with each other. Would you like to contribute to this cycle? I think it could also help you reconnect with others you may not realize you know. It could make this journey less lonely. Okay, let's get started. Take a deep breath in. Let the ocean air and the scent of these trees fill your lungs. And exhale down into your feet. Good. Take some time to observe your surroundings. Is the forest sparse or dense? Feel the cooling ground below your feet, supporting you. Listen to the wind, the waves, anything else you might hear in this space. Many of these gifts left behind are objects that should be easy to carry. Small enough to hold comfortably, but big enough to see. Now walk around this area and find the gift that's meant for you. You won't need your unique sight for this. I'll be here if you need me. Come back when you found it. Don't forget to look up in the branches or behind any bushes or rocks. These items have a way of fitting naturally into the environment. See what appears to you. Air is kind here. You found one. What is it? Does it mean anything to you? It's okay if it doesn't. Now that you have your item, hold it in your hands and feel its texture. Notice its weight, its color, how you feel holding it. This was left behind for only you to find. You don't need to know what it means right now, but it could be something useful for you later on. The person who left this behind may not have known you, but there's a reason you decided to pick it up. By choosing this, you're answering their call to connection. Can you feel who left this here for you? What's their energy like? How would you describe it? Notice that energy, how it connects with yours. Do you feel you need more of that in your life? Or do you feel you embody something similar? This is another traveler who's already been here. They may have started their journey before or after you. They may have even started at the same time. It doesn't matter because what they brought for you was meant to come to you. This item was important to them. Otherwise, the offering tray wouldn't hold so much space for others. Can you visualize why this item held so much meaning? I know it can be difficult to make connections with those who aren't physically with you, but this connection has a purpose, and it's only here to bring more love and encouragement on your journey. Can you trust that? Can you be held by that? This item will stay with you for as long as you might want it or need it. Reflect on what that might mean for you. As you journey along, you'll find its message will be clearer. You can always think of this item or hold it when you're feeling lost or alone. Now that you've picked an item, it's time you leave one for someone else. But first, hold your hands out to me. Let me help you ground. Connecting with the energy of the collective like this can be a lot. Breathe in and out. Focus on the soles of your feet. Notice any sensations or tingling, any stiffness or pain. Breathe into that. And exhale. It's always good to ground. Okay, now you can carry on. Think of your journey so far here. Everything that's come to surface, and everything that you've let go of. Breathe into that space. And exhale. What's an item you own in your waking life that has some sentimental value? It isn't always the most obvious one. Just let it come to mind. Feel that item in your hands right now. Are you surprised that this one came to mind? What has this item given you? Has it made your life easier in some way? Has it made you feel comfortable or safe? Consider how different your perspective is now from when you first had this item. After you, before you, or at the same time, there will be another traveler who visits this tree. They're going to find this item, and they're going to need it just like you need the one you just found. Can you open a connection to this person? Can you hold space for what they might need? You don't need to create any answers. Just be patient and allow these answers to come to you. Bring love and support to this person. Let your heart extend out to them so that they too can feel the connection. You may never meet this person in your life, and that's okay. You don't need to be near someone to make an impact on them. Let the wisdom of your healing energy be enough. Breathe your light into this item, like a gentle hug out from your heart, through your arms, out of your hands, and into this object. Let that be enough. Great job. Now think of where you'd like to leave this item. It could be where you found yours, or it could be someplace completely different. Take your time. Amazing. I'm proud of you. It takes another level of vulnerability to open your heart to a stranger. The more we contribute to this offering tree, the more we could finally find community in doing this work together. Let's thank the tree for its love and go back towards the beach. Thank you, friend. I really appreciate you for taking this journey with me. It's a lot of work to show up the way you are. I think that's why so many people left before. Being able to hold space for yourself is hard enough, but opening up to others in this way really makes this journey worth it. Okay. The next time you come to Safyre, I'll be waiting for you by the water, just down there. But take some time to connect with the item you just found. It'll be good for the rest of the journey ahead. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't going to be hard once we get to the island. That's why, in rough times, we need to call in the connections we build, and remember that we're in this together. So take some time before coming back here, and really open up to the support you're receiving, because it's always there for you. Now at your own time, with your eyes still closed, come back to your body. Gently move your neck from side to side, feeling the tips of your toes and fingers. Take one last deep breath in, and on the exhale, open your eyes. Thank you for showing up today. I hope this episode has brought you peace and a new understanding of what you came here to be. If you want to take your journey further, you can visit Safyre.ca, where you can build your inventory, complete side quests, and document your findings in your own personal guidebook. Stay tuned for the next episode when we travel the ocean through the night. Prepare for a sleep story that will rejuvenate you before we get to Alcon Island. Always remember to be who you came here to be, and trust in what your journey has in store for you.